home and sit across from them. I'm not really going to say very much to Aiza as she's like, interacting with me, but I've never had a fan before. So, I mean, that piques my interest a lot. When she's finished, I'm giving her kind of a look over, and then, I'm looking back at Lady Roslyn and just kind of nodding my head. Outside of like jobs and stuff with like other people, Bird doesn't talk very much.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Ainza is sort of trying not to stare at you in a very like fangirlish way, essentially.
Mhm.
Um, and Rosalind and Lord Bencombe go on to their normal sort of pointless upper class patter with you in the room there.
Mhm.
Um, and Ainza slowly working up the courage will you and start and she can't quite look directly at you, so she's sort of looking out of the top of her eyes at you. And I think what you do is really cool. I've done I climb. I've climbed a lot, and I've been working on sneaking around, but I'm really not very good at it yet. Luckily, my the guards all work for my dad, so it's probably okay at this point. But I need to get, and I have this, and she's like clumsily whips out like a really expensive looking dagger and manages not to accidentally stab anybody with it. But
Mhm.
that's about as much as you can say about the performance. Like she not probably knocks over a goblet. Um, I don't know if Bird feels personally threatened, but it's not an impressive display of knifesmanship.
Well, I'm gonna catch that goblet, and then I'm probably going to put my hand on her wrist just to make sure she doesn't hurt herself with the dagger. And I probably say something like, we all had to start from somewhere. And maybe I share a short story of
Okay.
when I was like a kid, starting out.
Do you tell her you don't blame her when she fucks up and drops the knife?
No, I'm gonna save that for an arrow shot. But no, I probably share that like I had to fall a lot when I was younger to get where I am today.
um, she seems heartened by the fact that you seem to think there's a chance she's going to not be terrible at some point. Um, well, that's just great. Can I I guess what I want is an apprenticeship. I would love to learn from you, to follow you around, to do the things that you do. I swear I won't be any trouble.
To what end would you like to use these skills for? I just want to know so that I have a better sense of what I should be focusing on with you.
Oh, oh, you just the I get so bored. I get so bored and up in the upper reaches. I want a chance to do what you do with the stealing and the contests and that stuff. That seems great. That seems
Has anyone else here seen Baby Driver? Has anyone not seen Baby Driver?
I have not seen Baby
I have
Driver.
not.
Ugh. Okay.
Also, hello.
You should all go fix that then.
I have limited money and free time.
I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
I
Exactly.
guess.
I have children or
Look,
child.
Andrew, you come down here, give me $20 and watch my kids for a few hours, and I'll totally go watch it.
I don't think I'm going to pay you to watch your kids. Under any circumstances.
Think of it as an educational experience.
No, I have siblings who have kids, and I'm the uncle who drops by, gets them full of sugar, and then hands them back.
Yeah.
That's my role in the whole child ecosystem. It's a strong move.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably try getting her more confident and just, kind of reassure her that I didn't think her answer sounded wrong or like not
Yeah.
a good enough reason to teach her. It's just like, there are definitely reasons that anyone should be able to move anywhere, like to have your own I am blanking on the word right now, but just being able to be independent throughout the city.
All right. She definitely appreciates that. You can tell that she's not only happy that you're paying any attention to her at all, but that your words are having like a decent effect. Like she looks like she's perking up. So we're gonna hang that there for right now.
Okay.
And we'll come back to it probably in progress somewhere where she's screwing something up for you.
Cool.
It'll be fun. Okay, so it looks like Mike is having a little bit of recording trouble.
Test.
Hey, I can hear you.
Maybe?
Yep.
Yeah.
You're
Maybe?
audible.
GM, sir, can you hear me?
You just fine.
Everyone can hear me except the GM.
No?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I
Okay,
can
cool.
hear you.
Can you not hear me is the question, I guess.
Mike, can you hear Zach?
I can hear Zach just fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you hear me? We just do this for the next 2.5 hours.
I actually really like Orange Fist.
Don't
Oh
do
my!
this.
Don't.
Okay.
How's
Okay.
groping the microphone?
It's got a blue light that's shining into my face. See?
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Blue
I've
light
got a
is
word.
rather impressive, actually. Okay. Let's go to I wonder how many Google Docs I can have open before my Chromebook dies.
7.
All right, so
Apparently
Vetra,
fewer than
let's talk-
7.
Vetra, let's talk about yours. That seems like fun. Okay, so to sort of catch everybody up, Vetra, I'll just read what I wrote the first time, and then you can go through yours. Okay.
Okay.
The shutter closes, leaving the room lit only by a spirit light over the old woman's desk. In the guttering orange shade of the ancient bulb, she looks strange, like a wax statue wearing the clothes of a high-powered lawyer from several centuries ago. Motionless, she stares at the pile of open tomes on the desk, barely appearing to even breathe. After a moment, she twitches slightly and reaches out to turn a page with each hand almost mechanically. The room is so still you can practically hear the dust settling in the corners. When Satara told you about this woman, you didn't believe her. How could such an old, powerful soul be found on River Street of all places? She was exactly what you needed. Old, strong soul stuff to rebuild the broken parts of yourself with. The hunting had been a risky endeavor ever since the Redcoats declared war and started patrolling down here, and your old hunting ground was still recovering, what with that spirit plague that no one could have predicted and all. The events of the last few months have shorn parts of you off that you didn't even know you needed, even you can't quite remember what they were for. Astraea Velka, a clerical attorney to the Titans, has what you need, what you are entitled to. The hole inside you that you can't quite remember aches for you to take it. So,
Did you actually hiccup?
that's
Because that would be great.
No. Yes.
you are in. You have made your way into somehow this office with this old woman who is a fellow litigator.
Mm-hmm.
At the pushing of Satara, who is your demon contact. Yes.
Yeah, she's my demon friend.
Mm-hmm. And Satara thinks that this lady has what you need. Specifically, what you need is inside this lady.
A soul.
Yeah,
Yeah, makes sense.
pretty impressive soul.
So I wrote a thing down. Do you want me to read that, or like just
Yeah, I mean,
sum it up?
we can play out what you did essentially, or what you're starting to do here.
Okay. So the little thing I wrote down, it says, Vetra doesn't want to harm the old thing if she can help it. She's better than that. All she needs is her spirit. A simple contractual agreement is in order. A clerical attorney should be able to put 2 and 2 together and see what's happening. Hostile takeovers are so gauche. So she ducks into a nearby alleyway and begins to write up an ironclad agreement. This woman will not die. She'll be part of something great. She'll be part of something, a being of supreme dedication and focus and logic and might. Much more appealing than a slowly withering husk. Surely she would see that. Surely. But still, Vetra says to themselves as they close the briefcase, keeping the contract and a wickedly sharp ink quill handy, never hurts to have a backup plan.
And don't call her Shirley.
So the plan is to try and convince this lady nicely to donate of herself to a worthy cause. And then if not, maybe bad things happen. I won't say that part, but that's my plan B. It is backup plan.
Yeah, Vetra in the room, or bad things happen is kind of amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. So you went down the alley. You wrote the contract. You head back. They contacted this woman in order to try to convince her, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you make it into the room. In fact, we can kind of say that you did all the writing ahead of time if you want to. You're not necessarily supposed to be here.
Mm-hmm. That's not important.
What's your pitch, essentially? Like, what's the plan? Because she's still sitting at her desk. She's working. She has not noticed you. Given any indication thereof, at least.
I know her name, right?
Yes, her name is.
It's
written down.
well, yeah, it's written down on there. I didn't know if that was like flavor text that Vetra didn't know, or if like maybe Satara told me her name.
Yeah, Satara specifically puts you on the track of this person.
Okay.
So this person with this name, yeah.
Okay. So I think right now, if I remember correctly, it's been a little while. Vetra is actually in like this like all black kind of like douchebag business guy suit with like the big slicked hair and stuff.
I think so. Yeah.
I've kind of pictured that douchey guy from Iron Fist, but in a black suit.
Okay.
All of them?
The guy who's like the head of whatever that the head of Rand now, the older son.
Brother.
I know, I'm teasing you.
Yeah. So they're gonna come up and kind of act like they're putting the like papers in order and kind of tap them on the desk and say Ostraya Belka.
You can see when you make the noise and you say her name, you can see her shoulders tense for a second, and then she just sets down the paper she was holding and leans back in her chair, and she looks just cool as a cucumber.
Okay.
And who comes calling at this hour? See her like this is just a human, but she's like staring daggers through you.
Yeah. I believe that you of all people would know that those who share our profession do not have the liberty of working easy hours, let's say. The same thing that has you hunched over a desk late at night is in many aspects the same thing that brings me to you tonight. I
think we are very different, you and I. And you can see your hand sort of making its way across the desk towards what may or may not be a sort of holder full of letter openers / things.
I'm not gonna make any sudden moves, and I'm gonna kind of chuckle and kind of smooth my hair back, be like, yes, I do suppose I spend a lot more time with frivolities like hair products and making sure that the tie tacks are shiny and such. Um, People my age, they cannot afford to skimp on appearances. Not to say that you do so, but just saying for us of the newer generation, appearances matter much.
I was really hoping you were gonna say leg day. Like people of my age can't skimp on leg day.
So the hand that's reaching for the letter openers stops, and you see the other one go under the desk.
Mm-hmm.
You hear a click,
Mm-hmm.
like a mechanical click, and then part of the front of the desk, which is facing you, a panel sort of hinges down on it.
Okay.
Dark One, you should remove yourself from my office. We have ways of dealing with your kind.
Dealing is what I have come here for. I would very much like to make a proposition that I feel it would behoove both of us to conduct in a reasonable manner. I am a being and a person of reason, and I believe that given our chosen careers, that we have that in common.
I cannot imagine there is any profit in hearing you out, yet somehow I find myself curious. And you hear another click from under the desk. Make your pitch, demon. And then we'll cut from Vetra. We'll come back.
Nice. Okay.
Mirko.
Yes. Hello.
Alright, so
some shit happened to Mirko that I don't think we've actually discussed on stream.
so let's talk about that.
Great things. Great things.
Mirko was abducted by the police at the end of the last job, and incarcerated, which means we rolled the lovely and exciting incarceration roll, and I botched the shit out of it, rolling 2 2s, which means you instantly get a trauma. So I have joined the Trauma High Club. And
high fives.
Yeah, no, high fives are definitely in order. I'm still like 9 traumas behind Quill, but slow and steady, right? So the trauma I picked up was cold, and I'm thinking I'm going to be playing that more like numb than anything else. And then we discussed what prison in Konkordat might look like, and what a sentence might look like for someone convicted of Mirko's crimes. Right? I mean, convicted might not even be the right word. Just like
there really wasn't much of a trial process.
No. So effectively, a bit of Mirko was sold. And that had the mechanical effect of him no longer being a spider. He has, in fact, transformed into a different animal entirely. He is now a hound. So guns and bullets are feature prominently, and that should hopefully synergize with our gang brand a little bit better.
We could use some ranged.
Yeah. So I moved around a few points. I think I kept a couple of my upgrades from my spidering days, but I basically just traded my consort for hunt. So where I used to talk, I now shoot.
Sweet. That definitely lines up.
Yeah.
Do you have an animal companion?
Yeah.
Pardon?
Do you have an animal companion?
I haven't figured that out yet.
Oh,
And honestly, quite possibly no.
okay.
Because because I didn't want this to be easy for him.
Right.
So I burned my previous like friendly contact. Like that's just gone. Like that was taken with like his ability to convince people. I'm assuming, and his old vice as well. He now has the vice of faith, and his faith specifically is in nihilism. The end of all things, and it will be tranquil and peaceful, and there will be nothing. And that's represented narratively by basically he goes into a sensory deprivation chamber and just like, pretends there was nothing. And that's how he de-stresses. And I took a new special ability, which is tough as nails. Which kind of plays into the whole numb thing, because penalties from harm are 1 level less severe, although level 4 is still fatal. So yeah.
Well, yeah, makes sense.
So yeah, some shit went down. Mirko basically was sold into a company of kind of soldiers who like man the walls outside of Konkordat that separate it from the hinterlands. And
the demon moose hunters.
Yeah, exactly. And so yeah, that's what he's been up to in the last 6 weeks.
Okay.
Nice.
Mirko will so essentially Mirko we'll cut down a little bit of this. Got a one of Mirko's new contacts from the Vlosia has asked Mirko to. I never did figure it out. Is Costa male or female?
Lady.
Kind of assumed, but so she asked Mirko to help her identify some sort of unknown but likely demon-related threat to the other part of their organization that works here in Konkordat. A more support-based organization that was at least sort of a sister organization. They've separate ways. I think we decided that the whole thing used to be some sort of religious order that has long since become very different things. Mirko has Mirko went to go find the stakeout point essentially of these offices on River Street.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
And then sort of the last thing, I'll just read a couple paragraphs here of the end, and then you can take the action. So, the firm of Belka and Associates does business in a very old-looking construction made of marble and steel, which is now wedged between a high-end clothier and a peddler of exotic foodstuffs. From his perch at the cafe across the river, Mirko could see that they did a brisk business, whatever that business was. Hurried-looking people, usually in ones and twos and dressed to the nines, shuffled in and out of the metal-ribbed glass double doors at the front of the office. For the most part, the clientele didn't seem terribly interested in taking in the sights on River Street, instead leaving by whatever contrivance they had used to arrive, typically a boat or carriage of some sort, immediately upon finishing their business at the firm. As business hours winded down, the parade of visitors slows to a crawl and eventually stops altogether. A number of well-to-do young professionals exit from the front doors of the office, gabbing and giggling with each other, likely on the way to one of the down but still sort of upscale drinking establishments further down River Street. As they pass the Clothier, a shadow seems to flicker from the door into their group, only to be lost in a scrum of bodies. In the uppermost floor of the office, oddly shaped in a bit of a steeple fashion, a light flares to life in a solitary window. A shadow passes in front of it, closing the blinds and darkening the building's facade to the street.
Okay.
So,
and the person I'm here to bodyguard or investigate or what have you is presumably inside the building.
Well, what your contact put you on, what Costa put you on is sort of the whole deal. This Belka and Associates has something going on with
there
it
you
that
go.
is apparently like demon related.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah, that's weird.
Huh.
I wonder why these two jobs were cut into each other.
I don't know either. That's crazy.
Yeah. So there's something you think you saw something on the street, and you also know that there's somebody still in the building.
Okay.
What you as an individual make of that is entirely up to Mirko at this point.
And so a shade was drawn so I can't see in the window anymore?
Yeah, the lights came on
Mhm.
because somebody's up there working after dark.
And it's like a blackout curtain?
It's dark enough that you can't see what's going on inside.
Okay.
You can still see some light spilling out around probably the edges. It's fairly old, but you can't see much beyond that.
Okay.
You also don't technically have access to the offices themselves, so you would essentially be breaking in.
Well, then there was also the group walking away that also had shadowy no goodness. And I'm supposed to bodyguard both of them.
You're investigating, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you have taken responsibility for the safety of these people. It's not a great situation, I'm not gonna lie.
No. Awesome.
Trolley problem.
Yeah. What I was going to do before was investigate
Throw the fat
structure.
one in front of the demon.
Yeah. The old fat slow one in front of the demon. Yeah, I'm gonna break into the structure.
Yeah, you with your newly minted wall shooting skills probably don't have a whole lot of trouble getting to the top. Are you going in through the front door? Or are you going around? Are you trying to go straight up the wall into the shutters?
Probably
Are you
into the
Batmaning this
window.
thing? Okay.
Because I imagine like a window that high up might not be locked.
Doesn't seem unreasonable. You're not at the top of the city, so there is stuff above the buildings. But yeah, it's not unreasonable that it might be unlocked. Yeah, so you probably, I mean, there's not a whole lot of interesting things we can do. Actually, no. Give me some sort of prowl. I guess it'd be prowl roll if you're just climbing around.
Oh, good.
That's
my.
Call it risky. Yeah, I mean, if something happens, somebody might notice you. Essentially,
Can I make an alternative pitch?
What you got?
Basically, just I have a much worse idea, which is just like shoot out the window. Cause
you want to shoot at the window?
So my prowl is literally 0.
Sweet.
I stand a better.
You were climbing the building.
I stand a better chance of intimidating the window to come down and talk to me than I do at climbing up there.
Okay. Yeah. If if it's literally anything else. Yeah. Do you want to shoot at the window to yeah?
Yeah. See if I can't spook whatever's going on inside, and then maybe I can tail that group. And just
Okay.
So I will roll a
I guess
hunt.
that's a hunting roll.
Yeah. Risky.
I'm
desperate because I'm shooting into a dark room.
You're shooting at something you don't know, and theoretically someone you want to protect is inside.
This is gonna go great.
I feel like this is probably desperate. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I'll take the insight experience.
Yeah, go for it.
And I'm using my fine long rifle, so I'm bumping my effect, I suppose. Not that it's really gonna matter.
Good effect. Good effect should be really interesting in this scenario. Actually, I feel like.
Yeah, that's a 4.
Yeah, that's a 4. That is technically a success.
Mm-hmm. I break up the shady dealings that are going on inside.
Okay. Yeah. Let's cut back inside, real quick.
Would it be some kind of smash cut?
I believe the last thing on the inside was make your pitch, demon.
Yes.
So make your pitch, demon.
Look, woman. I can smell the stink of death on you. It will not be long until you are not in this world, regardless of the method that you leave it. I am providing you an opportunity to continue your work in a slightly different form. You will still be helping to practice law. You will still be fighting the good fight. But you will not have to worry about your slowly rotting shell anymore. You'll be
Stop
part
you
of
right there. Give me. So I'm going to start a clock.
Okay.
That is her conceding to you, essentially, right?
Okay.
Give me a roll. How would that be? Consort. Are you trying to intimidate her? Are you commanding her to do this thing? What's your plan here?
That sounded sway to me.
Both of those are 0.
Those are the best.
Yeah. Know what? No, we're doing this. That's the way this is gonna go.
Where does that token go?
So consort with connections from your heritage, background, friends, or rivals to gain access to resources, information, people, or places, or sway. I'm gonna use sway because I'm swaying her with logic. Or change her attitude. Okay, so I assume this is probably risky.
Under current circumstances, it feels fairly risky. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, that's fine.
Actually, say this. So, actually, under current circumstances, I'm gonna call this one desperate too. I'm not gonna. That makes more sense.
Okay.
Because the desk probably makes it desperate.
Actually, so I just had a way cooler idea.
What you got?
Lawyers like power. A lot of people go into being lawyers because they're just they've got that, hey, I have the power over life and death for people in a lot of situations and that kind of stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to command her to shut up and listen to me, and I'm going to use my Tempest thing because I was gonna push myself to get an extra die anyway. But this time, there's just gonna be a roaring wind that starts like sweeping down the hallway and like making little tornadoes in the room. That's like knocking all the papers around.
Okay.
I'm going to say, listen to me, old woman. There are 2 ways this night will go. Either you will sign these papers and you will continue your work, or you will tell me no. I will take what I need, and you will cease working forever.
Those are definitely the only 2 options.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
As I let the mask slip a little, so like the eyes are kind of going weird, and the voice is kind of modulating strangely. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely desperate.
God, I hope you fuck this.
Me too.
I'll give you an increased effect. Why can I not drop? I can't put a clock on the table. What am I doing wrong?
You should be able to. There's an option for like token or something like that. Stop rolling it and hit token and token. Yeah, you've created like 3 of them. They're right here.
Where are they?
You might need to zoom in because they're not large.
They're blending.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. Yeah, Vetric, give me that roll.
Okay. Boosh 5.
Why are you so good at talking? God. I mean, it's still a desperate partial success, so you're gonna get fucked up a little.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you got a desperate little 4, dog.
Functionally equivalent.
I know. I'm just saying. You did all right.
All right. So, yeah. So here's what happens. You even get an increased effect. You got 2 of the 4 done here. Okay, so you can tell that the old woman, is taking you fairly seriously, like probably more so than I would guess that Vetra expected her to. So what you're essentially pitching is, death, but not. And you see her open her mouth as though she's about to sort of cross-examine you.
Mm-hmm.
And then the shutter behind her explodes, and part of her shoulder flies at you. And she slumps forward on the desk, screaming in pain.
Checks out.
It would
So,
appear
yeah, we're
that
gonna
your
leave that whole
timetable is
situation right there.
shortened.
Save the monologue. We're gonna leave that right there for a second.
No, I think that was just the shitty one-liner.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Two. Went a ways, didn't we, on ours?
You cut out briefly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got a ways. So alright, so Tyrus, you are I think where we sort of left that, rather than going through the whole deal.
Yeah.
Is you are
I think I have the last entry on our little back and forth. So.
Alright, so Tyrus is essentially shirtless.
Yeah.
Go on.
Shirtless. Are you still carrying the gear? Like, did you stash that? I can't remember.
I believe I was trying to sensibly ditch everything that was just too blood-soaked.
The
Yes,
good
yes,
news is you can't be a red shirt if you're not wearing a shirt.
It's true. It's true. Although the shirt was fairly red by the time we got rid of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Tyrus. What about the knives? Did we drop the knives?
That's a great question. I don't remember what I said.
It's like stowing the mask.
I believe I did. Yeah. That's probably a mistake.
Stowing them. So did we? Yeah. So are those still on you then? Did you stow them on you, like body coat, or did we park them somewhere? You tell me. You tell me where.
I think I would have tried to park them somewhere because they are also covered in blood.
Mm-hmm. They sure are.
Yeah.
And blue coats are literally swarming. They are kicked the hive.
Yup.
Right. People are attempting to make it out of this fairly high-level district. Looks like you're in some sort of like shopping district, not Rivertown, Riverside, but something more upscale.
Yep.
You hear whistles and stomping and gasps and screams from the surrounding peoples. You have taken off your coat and shirt. I assume your pants are a little bit bloody too. Are we keeping those?
Lose them.
How bloody are we talking about? There's a line.
Bloody?
A waistline.
Ew.
Bloody enough that you are going to be a shirtless, hulking man running through this fairly upscale district. You're probably already drawing attention to yourself. The bloody pants may get overlooked by people who aren't specifically looking at you for murder.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. The blue coats may notice, however.
Yeah, they probably would, wouldn't they?
They might also notice that you don't have any pants on.
Yeah, that's kind of a damned if I do, damned if I don't situation. So hell with it. We'll keep the pants on because I like those pants.
Okay. All right. So you are making your way out of this district. You're on the rooftops, right?
Yes, that was my goal.
So you can make your way along these rooftops fairly easily, and
I'm a low rent Spider-Man.
Actually, yeah. You're sort of like that scene in the Hulk where he's jumping from building to building. Only
works for me.
You do slightly less damage when you land. Is sort of the way I'm picturing it.
Hi,
Also,
I'm
I think-
James Spiderman.
I think Spider-Man is the low-rent Spider-Man.
That's
Like-
true.
Yeah,
Hoop.
Yeah.
that's true.
Now I'm sad.
I mean,
So I feel like you're fairly high profile at this point, even though you're sticking to the rooftops. What are you doing besides being on the rooftops to try to maintain? Well, so you've been pointed to an exit point that's a few blocks away.
Yes.
But over the top of a bunch of blue coats, essentially. Like what you're essentially trying to get to is a sluice down.
Yes.
You're going to be riding one of these sewage tunnels down.
How many blue coats are there?
From the rooftop, you can see a couple of squads, which are the 3-man squads. You can hear others coming from the other direction. In fact, it sounds like they found your crime scene.
Yeah.
At least the one that you know about. So, yeah.
Okay.
Intensity is stepping up a little bit.
A tiny bit, yeah. Are you willing to accept a flashback of any kind?
Sure. What you got?
Okay.
I think I can charge you stress for them, but yes.
You can,
Yes.
depending on how outlandish it is.
0 to 2.
Yes. Is there any chance that I would have put up like noisemakers in a separate part of another alley before the things that led to this unfortunate chain of events happened?
Oh, that's a really good question. What sort of noisemakers and who would have put them up? Like, was this a thing that Tyrus planned for?
Well, see, I don't know because of things. So, well, yeah, probably. That's probably the most reasonable answer, which is probably going to be too stressed, and I will happily pay that.
Yeah, I think that's the call. Sure.
Click, click.
Describe the distraction that draws all the blue coats.
It's pretty much just a couple of pocket bangers that I set next to a conveniently flammable thing.
So you're setting fire to something to get away, essentially. Okay.
Yes,
That
fire.
works.
Fire
That
good.
works. Okay. Yeah. So you successfully commit arson on your way out of. And you get down on the ground.
Someone better call the Red Hooks.
Mm-hmm. You hit because you're headed essentially across the river or the canal.
Yes.
Right, to get on the sluice. So so that buys you all the way to the canal. What's the plan when you hit the canal?
So I have to cross the canal.
Yep. There are bridges. There are footbridges. There are also like.
How wide? How wide is the canal?
The canal's probably, let's say like. It's sizable.
I
also
imagine
fairly nice. What?
I imagine in Konkordat most bridges are toll bridges.
Yes, almost certainly. There are also like wires hung across the canal that they move goods and stuff across on. There are ways across the canal. The whole thing sort of looks like if this was cyberpunk, it would sort of be like as they scan up between buildings in New Hong Kong, right, with like bridges and walkways and things. Like there's a lot of stuff there. That you could probably make your way across. You could also swim it, probably.
All shirtless and slick with blood, climbing out of the canal on the far side.
Hopefully.
I have that DVD. It's called Every Action Movie from 1980 to 1995.
Well, it's that scene in Casino Royale when Daniel Craig gets out of the water.
Yep, it's out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
I think I will try to swim it pretty close to under the nearest bridge.
Are you like diving from the rooftops into the water to swim it, or are you?
Am I at a height where that would look cool, or am I at a height where that would break something?
Cool. I mean, you're probably fine.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Pretty tough dude, regardless. So I think we can probably give Tyrus.
This is also true. So yeah, I'm a dive in the water, and we're gonna swim.
Give me something, some kind of roll to avoid from onlookers. Essentially, like how? Give me something.
Sorry, you cut out to avoid what?
Oh my.
Roll inconspicuous.
Oh,
Roll some
shit.
sense of I'm not the newest attraction. People don't think I'm a performance artist. Give me
Like
that.
prowl.
That not thing Tyrus do good.
Prowl is probably the obvious one, but I will take submissions
Finesse?
for other options.
Better. Or maybe sway?
Nobody look at me! Nobody look at me! Nobody look at me! Splash!
Yeah, I imagine sway is like I'm going to do the actual like full on performance thing.
Well, we'll do finesse then.
Or Shui is like, everyone look at distraction! Jump.
I mean, if it's not skirmish or survey, it doesn't matter. So we'll do finesse. Do I even want to know what a bargain would be here?
I just want to point out, survey to like
Always,
find the
yes.
right moment. Like a train trundles past to make a bunch of noise. Or something.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that.
For your opening?
Yeah,
not a bad
I'm gonna do that then.
Yeah.
Saving my bacon.
Yeah, do you still want to know about a bargain?
Dude, hit me.
Alright, Fingers is looking for someone.
Sorry, what?
Excuse me.
Shitfingers is Shitfingers. We haven't done it yet, but Shitfingers Fingers is looking for somebody.
Mhm.
Will be looking for somebody. They may have been involved just now.
Oh. That's all the times he's blowed me up and made life difficult.
Yeah, and you still have all those hands to gesture with, or all
Yeah.
those fingers to gesture with, so we can count all the way to the correct number.
Nah, I'm good. So
Okay.
risky standard, I'm guessing, or is this desperate? Is this desperate now?
Because you make it into the water and you're working your way across. Yeah, risky. You're not going to be exploded by the water, so yeah, risky makes sense.
Could be defense.
I'm allergic to water.
That would be a hell of a twist, wouldn't it?
It's nitroglycerin day in the canals.
Oh,
He made
no.
potassium.
So yeah, this is the. Oh, nice.
I'll
Nice.
take that.
Yeah. So you hit the water without attracting too much attention. We'll say there's like some sort of stage magician or some sort of like performance act that's like making a ton of noise somewhere
Sweet.
near but not super near to you.
The
That's
one
drawing
man
a bunch of
band.
attention. Yeah, dude with just a giant bass drum and a kazoo.
Is it Shitfingers? Is it Shitfingers looking for that guy?
Oh, maybe. We'll come back to that.
Shit.
Fingers.
Yeah.
Shit fingers. So you hit the water, and you paddle across. And you find a sluice tube, and you write it down. We'll call that one now, since we did a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and you're probably fucked regardless.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
No.
not gonna make you work any harder than we
No,
already
no.
have, probably.
Oh, and then I'm also probably going to type one or two more things in this conversation.
Go for it.
Yeah.
We'll continue that. Okay. Let's hit shit fingers.
Hello?
Hi.
What
So-
can I be doing for you?
Yeah. So Shitfingers has been contacted by one of his old friends from the robot factories. If I remember that correctly, is that where you
The
know Veldrin from?
Robo-zombie factories.
The Robo Zombie factories.
Yeah, there's a faction that like got the corpses of people and like hooked them up to clockwork gears and stuff, and made them walk around and do stuff.
Cockwork.
Clockwork, yes. Am I misremembering?
No, that's right. That's
I
right.
may have made
Yeah.
that entirely thing up.
No. That's definitely a thing. That's definitely a thing. And if it wasn't, it is now. Oh yeah. So you know Veldrin from that, and Veldrin's. Am I wrong in thinking that Veldrin's a little bit of a fuck up?
I mean, would they associate with Mirko if not?
Oh,
I remember that.
Wow.
Oh shit! I mean, Shitfingers.
I'm just gonna let that go. Just let that go. Probably not. I mean, all of you do, and you guys are just. Well, some of you
Huge
do.
liabilities.
No, we are. Oh my! We should have been liability unlimited.
Oh.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Wow.
Or like the team's called liabilities, and we're all just really good at bluffing.
Damn.
But your lying ability is your liability.
Yeah. Also, Veldrin just likes to does drugs.
Yeah. Yeah. Tons of drugs.
All of the drugs.
All right. So I'll read what I sent out, and then we can go from there. So the Guzzle Bucket wasn't what you'd call a nice bar in the best of days, and those days were probably before it was smashed up and partially exploded. It had been a booze house for generations, and that kind of inertia is too tough for even explosives to blow away. Now, under new management, the booze was flowing and the regulars were returning. Some even had rebuilt their old tables out of whatever was left after they carried out the bodies. Veldrin's table had been one of the first put back in its place, but tonight your old friend was not in. Is Veldrin's male, female? Did we discuss that?
No,
What would you prefer? Do you have a?
I have no preference.
It is not in her usual perch. Sitting where the drinks usually are is a small bottle of grain alcohol holding down a folded note with Maxime written on it in a precise hand. Can I assume you read it? Can I assume that Shitfingers can read?
Shit. What is the choice? re.choice, true, false. Probably.
Okay.
I mean, so I don't think that Vetra would have let somebody on the team that couldn't at least push a contract. Right, read a contract and be able to read some of their rights and stuff like that. So.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So the thing says, Veldrin told me that this was the best way to contact you under the circumstances. You are needed at the clinic somewhat urgently. I'm afraid your friend is not in very good shape. And it's signed T, which you know is the way that Tomas and his missives.
So Shitfingers kind of idly scratches the missing hair on the patch of his head with the last time he burned himself on it intentionally, and is a little confused because I'm not sure how often he comes here or was his best way to reach him, and he can't remember who Tomas is. But
Tomas is the physiker, is the doctor.
Sure, but I like not great. So yeah, he pats his belt pockets to make sure that he's got all manner of explosives, and then wanders off to the clinic.
Okay. Cool.
Like in not Kill Bill, like in what's that one? Pulp Fiction, where
Wound William.
In Pulp Fiction, where the guy with the long hair that's not Bruce Willis. Shit, I can't remember any of these characters, but you know, not looking out for the trouble that is invariably around him.
John Travolta?
Yes, thank you.
I almost said John Stamos.
That's another one. That's another John, like John Williams.
All right.
This is possibly the most this podcast conversation. I just want to point that out.
Okay, so here's Maxime. You make it down to the the clinic in Pipetown, and so there's a lot of pipe wizards, pipe lizards, pipe gizzards, pipe blizzards. I don't know what they're calling themselves anymore. But there's a ton of them, and they are sort of on the lookout for From Accounting to start trouble. You say you're not paying a whole lot of attention, huh?
Yeah, definitely. Fingers' default state is not assuming that people want him hard.
Okay. On your way through Pipetown, you get by the pipe blizzards, and
Do you get with a pipe?
You see them. Maxine does see them. Sort of look. Oh, you might not have been here for this. Pipe lizard or red hooks and pipe lizards have an arrangement now, where the pipe lizards want you gone and the red hooks want to do it. So the red hooks are willing to jump in and fight with the pipe lizards whenever they see you. So you would know this from like the last 6 weeks or so. You see,
but they can't possibly know who Shitfingers is.
Yes, you're definitely not a local legend for blowing random shit up. That's definitely
the most discreet member of our operation.
He was only missing half his hair due to fire burns.
So a couple of like young punk fire gizzards, or pipe gizzards, rather.
Fire gizzards is funnier.
Fire gizzards. You see them sort of. One of them points, and then they all sort of melt into an alley. And they're gone.
Okay. But I know these guys are full of shit and looking out for us?
Yes.
You've given me an opportunity to throw a grenade.
I very much have.
Okay,
I feel like we've gone so long in the Shitfingers conversation without something exploding.
Right.
That
it was feeling
it
unnatural.
felt wrong somehow.
Right. Okay, so I'm as I walk by the alley, I'm going to toss a grenade.
I imagine it's no look. You just sort of like pull it out of a bandolier and chuck and keep walking.
Right, and I don't believe it's going to be highly explosive, but if that is, that's not my fault.
Yeah, no, that sounds like your normal risky wreck roll. Probably with if something goes wrong, we'll cover that. But success is there we go.
There you go.
All right.
I'm glad I added stress to that.
Yep.
Yeah, so you just no-look grenade down this hallway, and it's not super explosive, although it does turn out to be one of the ones you added like a little bit of shrapnel to, just for you like the noises they make when they ping off of walls.
That's fair. I also like the fire because it burns.
It's not a flashbang; it's a sharp bang. And instead of like the bright light, it's just shrapnel and smoke.
I call it the merchant's payday, or medico's payday. Surgeon's payday.
Yeah, this one's for Tomas. Yeah, so your shrapnel partially shreds these dudes, and they are like, one of them looks like he's just down and bleeding, and the other two are sort of like not full effect. You didn't kill all of them, but they're probably not going to get to anyone to find help anytime soon. At the same time, a fair number of people, like any of the people that were near you at the time, are screaming and running.
Right, but I imagine the stress that I take is because I didn't kill everyone, so clearly my bombs aren't working well as well.
But this is emotional stress from an incomplete explosion.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Okay, so you continue making your way down to Tomas.
And now Tyrus has his distraction.
Exactly. There you go. There was an explosion. People are screaming. The well-to-do are running.
Excellent.
are going to be investigating, but you'll be long gone by then. So, yeah, you get down to the clinic, and it's just as cramped, and it's cramped but clean. This is one of the cleanest places in Konkordat. Tomas keeps a pretty tight ship. When you get there, one of his assistants meets you at the door, looks you up and down with visible fear of the things that you're carrying and your reputation. And says, yes, the doctor said you would be coming. Please come with me.
I smile and kind of pat the guy on the shoulder and like pretend to slip a vial in his shirt while he's not looking. Not that there's anything in it, but just to freak him out.
Yeah, so you pretend to slip a vial in a way that he will notice. Yes.
Right.
Okay. You see his eyes go wide, and then he like panically pats himself for several seconds until
It's a
he's
joke.
convinced.
Yes, is a joke. It's funnier if you see that it's a joke and then you are scared. But see, nothing bad happened yet.
He recoils as you start the speech, and then sort of relaxes and maybe gives you a little bit of stink eye, but it's really hard to tell through the fear. And he leads you back. He's muttering something under his breath about, please no explosives in the infirmary. Please no explosives in the infirmary. We can't, no explosives in the infirmary. And he walks you back, and Tomas is working on somebody with his normal, like, bone saw metal shears combo that you see him with so often. And he makes eye contact with you and sort of nods for you to, and with the implied, please don't touch anything or explode anyone, in his look while he finishes up. And then he hands his tools to the person who walked you in, cleans himself on a towel, and says, Maxime, excellent. It's excellent that you're here. Someone come in that asked for you.
Well, that is odd.
I thought so as well. Usually, when I hear your name, it's more blame-y.
Blame me.
What happened to you? I got shit fingered.
And at this point, you can hear like pained voices towards the front of the clinic, and you can see that like one of the pipe blizzards that you exploded earlier is dragging another one in. Seen you yet, but Tomas walks you back to a bed in the infirmary, and Veldrin is on it. Doesn't look very good. You're used to seeing Veldrin sort of like spacey and maybe a little blissed out, or like sometimes Joneson. Like, she doesn't look good a lot of the time, but this is like a different kind of good. Like, she is super pale. She's looking like.
Veldrin, you have not been drinking the corpse fluid, have you?
Oh, hey, Max. No, I don't know what this is, man. I've been clean. I was clean for
You've been clean.
like 3 days, man.
Oh my god, he's Sterling Mallory Archer, and the cumulative hangover is literally
Yeah.
killing him.
Exactly.
Like 3 whole days.
By choice or someone hurting you?
No. I met these people, and they're helping me get cleaned up, man.
No, people are bad for you.
Oh, you're such a kidder, Max. These
Max
are
was
good
confused.
people. And then Tomas sort of nudges you in the shoulder and sort of motions like, we should go talk over there.
I follow Tomas, whom I can only think of as Harry's brother.
Yes, that is
Stupid, sexy doctors.
Stupid sexy
Long
vampire
flowing blonde
nowadays.
hair.
I thought he had black hair.
It's probably black hair, but I think of doctors as blonde hair.
You think of doctors with blonde hair?
Yeah. They
At
like
that,
scrubs.
but I don't think we have time. So yeah, so he walks you over and it's like your friend is showing signs of some sort of consumption. Uh her essence is being bled out through
Mm,
some means.
it's probably a demon. Have you found any fetishes or strange teeth?
I mean, Veldrin is missing a solid amount of teeth. But I think that is unrelated. I don't think that. I think that's an old problem. She was carried in here by a group of people in odd clothing, to be members of some sort of church. Said that she was beyond their help. Condition, I don't know how to treat her condition. I can try, but my tools here are limited, and I deal with the spiritual, only the physical.
Hmm.
I know she's your friend. Maybe that she also has not been able to pay for our services at this point.
Oh, money is no problem. I can just blow up some lizards for money.
Yes. That is also a good financial arrangement for me. So please continue. Yes. That is all I know. I will continue to try to help her, but at this point, I don't think she makes it more than a few more days. She continues getting weaker.
Oh, this is very dire. And there's nothing like fortifying you can give her, like vodka.
She has thus far she has refused the various earthly spirits as well. She claims to want to stay on the wagon, as she says. So I've not been.
But vodka is more like mother's milk, is not.
Well, yes, Maxine. But for some that do not have your fortitude, it is not as healthy a drink, perhaps.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I will do my best to find what is ailing her, but first, perhaps I should do a physical examination of the body. As Maxim is pretending like he knows anything doctory.
Okay, great. Yeah, you can go poke at Veldrin. I'm sure she would really appreciate that. Your careful, gentle ministrations, and bedside manner. I assume is excellent. I can't imagine this is gonna go horribly wrong. Yeah, you can go check her out and see if you can spot what's weird.
All right, so I bring out my tool belt that I use for tinkering with explosives.
Okay.
And I begin doing an examination of her mouth first because Vetra Quill was filled with teeth. I just want to make sure that she's got all of her teeth.
I mean, she doesn't. She's never had. You've never known her to have all of her teeth.
Right. That's a side effect of injecting cocaine directly into them.
Or whatever cocaine is called here. But she doesn't seem to have. And you remember, like, she's not missing any of the important ones that she still had, I guess.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tinker on her with my tools to see what happens. To see if I can determine what the problem is.
All right. Tinkering is person, do you have any sort of skill that specifically applies tinkering to people?
Oh, I thought
Tinker is
was...
what you use to heal people.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Then
Yep.
awesome. Let's
Yep.
do this. I guess there is not like a medicine skill, huh?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
This is my robot screwdriver. This is my people screwdriver.
No, I just use my robot screwdriver.
Same one.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
It's
I'm using gunpowder and
both have a
lockpicks.
skill, doesn't it?
Dinger.
I'm fucking good at my job.
Ooh.
You cauterize the wound with your gunpowder and lockpick.
The spiritual wound.
Yeah.
Here, breathe this. It's good for you.
Okay, yeah. So there's nothing physically
No,
wrong
you-
with her, but you do. So you would probably be familiar with this from the zombie robot factory.
My favorite place in the world.
That's great. We need to do like a shootout there at some point.
Yes. Or like riding around zombie robots on the shootout.
So, but she is a thing that happens to people who have. There's a type of contract where you mortgage out your soul for
Perfect.
something.
Is there any way I can get proof of that and bring it to Quill? Because I want to go demon hunting with Quill.
Yes, Quill is definitely demon hunting.
Yes, you can. You would know enough to be able to describe this to Quill in a way that Quill would recognize.
Perfect.
Totally.
So I turn to Tomas and I say, I have determined her problem. She is a lawyer. We will go take care of that immediately.
Great. Smash cut.
You know, lawyers, tiny blood-sucking creatures.
Not so tiny sometimes, actually. Sometimes
Yeah,
they're.
that just got away from me.
All right. I guess let's go back to Bird. Bird. Can I assume that you take Ainza out on field trips?
Yeah, I was thinking initially that I would go
Are you
back
accepting
to her.
the deal?
Yeah.
I can't hear you. Should I refresh? Sorry.
Yeah.
Not hear Jordan. Let me flip Discord real quick.
Hooray.
Don't know why it's always me.
Mike, I had to go to the fucking table for a minute and like
I know.
compose myself.
No, we
I
can
know,
see
I was
you.
watching.
Yep.
I marked
Okay.
XP for that. I'm just letting you
Yeah.
know.
Can you hear me now, Zach?
I can. Okay, excellent.
great.
Sorry about
No,
that.
it's fine. I was saying, yes, I assume that Bird, if she's like allowed to, goes back to Ainz's house just to see some of her skills for herself in a place where Ainza
Okay, yeah.
would feel comfortable.
Is Ainza the eldest in her family? And does she have a younger sister, Zviza? And then Dryza?
No, we haven't started mining that language
Okay.
yet. We'll get there. Don't worry.
I had to
I have
ask.
to quit. I have to quit now. I'm sorry. You guys have a good night.
My
Auf
planet
Wiedersehen.
needs me.
Yeah. So, Ainz is for reference. Ainz is like second or third member of her family. She's not poised to take over the family business.
Mhm.
Her dad is some sort of merchant slash capitalist industrialist. And when Ainza takes you back to her family's house, you go up a ways, like
Mhm.
up into some pretty nice areas of Konkordat. So you still can't see the sky yet. There's no sky, but you're
You're getting there.
well above Pipetown. Like,
Okay.
and her parents' place is pretty nice.
Mhm.
Well, I should say her dad's place is pretty nice. Got the whole like gates and guards thing, sort of got fountains and everything's done up in some form of marble that only exists above like level 40 in Konkordat. This sort of place, you've been here before. You might occasionally make like swings through when there's a particularly hard to find thing on the list for the games.
Yeah.
But it's not. Yeah, it's not a place that Bird probably spends a ton of time.
No.
Obviously, Ainza looks very comfortable here. And there are guards sort of all over this place.
Yeah.
Specifically, her dad's manse. There's a ton of guards around. But yeah, she leads you into sort of a training courtyard. You can see that she's already sort of got a setup to train with. She's got like, and it's all really nice, but sort of impractical. Like she's got like a set of pillars with like a swinging log over, or a swinging like beam over the top of them that she has to karate kid across, maybe. And she tries to show you, but she gets knocked off. She's terrible at it. Like there are a couple of really, really nice like archery targets that you can see that she's been shooting at. But it's just like there's a bunch of chips in the stonework around them because she's terrible at it. That sort of thing. So yeah, you guys can spend some time training here if you want to do that.
Mostly I'm seeing how comfortable she is with falling, and I basically start from there. I probably even make a really corny bird analogy about, the best way to get through the races and stuff is being comfortable with falling, and one of the first lessons is leaving the nest, so to speak, and taking like riskier falls.
I think you, like the movie version of this is you're just like, and the first thing that every little chick learns how to do and then shove
Is Sparta.
Well, and then it's like 3, 2, 1 is falling out of the nest, and then like, we cut to her on the ground.
I mean, I don't. I do essentially do that, except I tell her about it because I go to explain that she's going to fall a lot, and the best way to make up for a slip in a race is making a really, really good recovery, and that's easier to do when you already know how your limbs and stuff are going to go when you fall from somewhere.
Are gonna
Okay.
break.
Yes.
How your limbs are gonna do.
What kind of a teacher is Bird at this point? Is Bird like super forgiving and compassionate, or is Bird like hard ass?
She switches.
Okay, so you're unpredictable, that she never knows what's coming, essentially.
Well, if I had to pick one, it would be the more forgiving, gentle one, just because it's she's not in like a huge rush or anything, and it's interesting seeing someone else pursue this from like a different life stage.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so she's super into whatever you're teaching her to do. Specifically with these break falls, she's how far is she falling? Do you start really small and work your way up, or do you is the first one, is she kicked off like a second story roof? Like what's
I'm picturing like a fence or something in her backyard.
okay.
Maybe, I don't know, 5 or somewhere 5 to 10 feet from the ground.
Okay. Yeah. The first one, she doesn't land so great. It hurts real bad, but you can see her like grit her teeth, and she really wants to like not yell out in pain or be hurt. So she wants to impress you. So she stands herself back up.
Oh, that's even worse though. You want your lungs to be empty when you hit, so you don't get the wind knocked out of you.
Super clear that she's terrible at this yet. Like,
oh god, she probably lands with her legs together, which hurts less if you're a lady than if you're a dude, but
she stands back up and she climbs back up to you, and she tries again, and she does a little bit better, but like, yeah, it's a long, hard process.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that was kind of blatant.
Sorry.
yeah.
So after what? How long would you throw her off of a rooftop for, or off a fence?
Not for very long. I would probably even say just like half an hour to an hour at most.
Okay.
Just because there are other things I can talk to her about, but that's like such an important one.
All right. Yeah. So after a half an hour or so, you calling in to this portion of the training, and she sort of tries to straighten herself out and starts rubbing various bruised parts of her body. Can we take a break for just a second? You want to come inside real quick? And she points
Sure.
to she points to the big, nice sort of building, the big, nice house. It's like, we can go inside. I could use a snack or something real quick.
Certainly. And I'll follow after her.
Bert, if you don't pocket a bunch of extra fancy food for the rest of us,
See, Bert doesn't care.
fucker drinks and eats like a bird, I tell you.
So yeah, she leads you into this, she leads you into this building, and there's like servants sitting around this kitchen that she leads you into. There's all sorts of really nice fruits and like high quality baked goods, and there's a rack of really nice wines on the wall. Sort of looks at one of the chefs working, and she sort of makes some sort of gesture like this guy knows what she's looking for, and in a couple of seconds there's a table setting out and really nice like silver goblets around a pitcher of some sort of sweet drink with various meats and cakes and cheeses piled around it, and she's sitting down to eat. Please, sit. And she points to the other chair.
I will sit down at the edge and just kind of wait. Like, Bird's not really hungry, but like if she's asked to, she will.
And she's eating.
Mhm.
This is really good. That was such hard work. Do how many more times do I have to fall?
At this, I first start off with you definitely made some progress at the end there. But I'm not sure how quickly you want to do this. Like, this took me years as a child
Falling off a building.
to get to the level I am. No, to like get to a point where it's like, oh, the pole's frozen. I don't care. I'm gonna climb up that thing anyway.
Just don't lick it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And she sort of clearly is not processing all that. She nods along.
Mhm.
One of the things Bird is definitely not getting the impression of is that this is a person who understands how far they have to go.
Yeah.
The thing. We'll cut away from that real quick.
Okay.
Let me. Tyrus, you had a thing for me. Let me read real quick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So Tyrus, real quick. So you have made it down this sluice. You're now in your underwear, covered in grime, stepping out of a canal.
Well, I still have my pants on.
Oh, do you still have your pants on? That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, you have grime-caked pants on, stepping out of a canal in Pipetown. However, there are a number of pipe gizzards hanging around the way they do in their sort of there aren't like trash cans to start fires in necessarily, but they're like, and they're sort of leaning up against stuff, and they see you sort of crawl out of the muck, and one of them sort of elbows one of the other ones really excitedly and like points to you with a hand holding a bottle right by the neck. It's like, hey, that's that guy. That's that guy. and he looks at one of the other ones and is like, yeah, you should go. You go get him. That guy looks at you and then the guy he's like, you should go get him, looks at you and then turns and jogs down an alleyway away from you.
Tyrus is actually laughing at that. He's the one who's doing. Let's
What
go.
are you laughing at? And one of them like chucks a bottle at you and it smashes on the ground at your feet. Your feet are a little bit cleaner now because it had some vodka in it.
Oh, that's excellent. Okay. So it's just this one dude.
Well, it's this one dude backed up by like 4 other dudes. And they've all kind of got that like puffed up adolescent male sense of self-importance.
Oh, goody. I know how to deal with them. So I'm going to roll. I put my sheet back up. I'm going to roll a command.
Okay.
And I'm also going to ask for a bargain.
So you are asking for a bargain, rolling a command. All right,
At this
bargain.
point, yeah, go ahead.
All right, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, pretty much at this point, I'm going to be asking for a bargain just about every time, considering that I do think I agree with you that Tyrus is not long for this world. So we will see.
Okay. Okay. The bargain is to rehire racist Ted.
Oh no! You're making me think.
He follows you home like a lost racist puppy.
The bargain is that racist Ted has flipped on you.
Oh, that means you get to kill him.
Oh yes, 1,000 times.
He's probably one of these 3 fuckers.
Well, I would recognize him.
Racist Ted is not here. This is unrelated. Racist Ted has gone like, it's not even state's witness. It's like
Stooley.
Somebody important that's going to be bad news later.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Tyrus is not dating racist Ted. That's
Nope. No. Risky standard.
Well, what's your goal here? Just to command him to stand down and get the hell out of your way?
I'm gonna take the tact that if they recognize me from anything I've done over the last 6 months, their default reaction should not be to stand and pick a fight.
Okay.
So.
All right. Yeah. That's risky. That's risky.
Yeah.
It could. I mean, these are essentially like lower primates. You're going to be baiting them into a fight if they don't back down. So.
Hey, I mean, win-win for him. So.
Oh no, I might have to kill somebody.
Again.
Darn.
We don't know how many we've killed today, but it's numerous. It's a number.
It is a number, and it's higher than 1.
Not 0, for sure.
Oh dear.
All right. Okay, so that's like a no success.
Correct.
Yeah, that's a no success.
All right, so here's what I really want to do. So, you're not wearing a shirt. You are wearing your pants. Did you swim in shoes? Does Tyrus wear shoes?
Yes.
Okay. So you step forward to sort of use your bulk to add some weight to your command here, and your scum-caked shoes betray you, and you fall. You fall flat on your face for one harm.
Sweet. Oh, I'm
I
You
actually
would-
take
harmed.
I
you
would
take
point
one
the-
shame damage.
one harm. Aim. Call it what you will.
Alright, I have taken 1 level of my pride bra.
Nice. And then one of the ringleaders like, "Ha! Get him, boys!" And they swarm forward.
Okay.
Do you want to put some natty ice on your shame there, bro?
Give me a sec. Also, you get Smirnoff Ice instead, bruh?
I hate everything about what's happened the past like 5 minutes.
Hate is a strong word.
It's Natty Bow.
I really, really, really don't like it.
Is it accurate though? It can
Yeah.
be accurate.
That's-
It can be strong and accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyrus. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that.
Cool.
I think Tyrus probably won't have any trouble actually taking these dudes out. The question is going to be if other people get involved or that guy comes back with help.
Yeah.
So back to Mirko and Quill. Mirko, you
Mhm.
shot through the window.
Yep.
That happened.
Mhm.
What's your plan now? The window's open.
So
You can see through the window. The light is in there. There are 2 figures in the room.
on my character sheet, I have a thing called climbing gear.
Okay.
Can that be like a zip line sort of thing? I just like get in the window in a dramatic fashion now that it's.
Only if you give me some like weird Konkordat steampunk like the Batman grappling hook.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I'm into that.
Like basically, like as the rifle shot goes off, I want to draw the grappling hook and follow it up. Ideally, like in a higher location than I shot, so that I don't hit the person, given that I figured it was a 50-50 chance I shot the mission.
Okay. Yeah. 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 Are you trying to grapple into the room or above the window?
I basically so I can get in the room, but if that's above the window, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you can grapple over
Above the
and
window
ride.
sounds like it makes more sense, so let's do that.
Yeah, you can get over the window. Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
And I'm willing to like sail through the window and get like cut to fuck doing it.
Okay.
Because I don't feel the pain.
That Vetra,
Mm-hmm.
what is happening inside the room right now?
Well, I mean, that lady's
High
probably
token.
screaming
Vince
still,
to
right?
join you is join the giant air quotes around join is bleeding
Mm-hmm.
from an apparent gunshot wound. Well, blood is sort of pooling
Mm-hmm.
onto paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
Now seems like it might be an important juncture for a number of reasons. So, what is Vetra doing currently?
I'm kind of just looking, like half interested, just head cocked to the side, and I lean forward, and I'm like, "Old woman, I bet this hurts, doesn't it? You know, that thing that I proposed to you, you would not have to fear bullet. You would not have to fear whatever fires bullet. You can get immediate, painful retribution.
I
against
imagine in
whatever
about
harmed you."
a minute and a half, we're gonna find out whether or not Quill has to fear Bullet.
It's true. It's true. Okay, so that sounds like you're trying to push her further. Do you want to make a roll against the clock here? Convincing her.
I'm gonna
She's
do another
still listening.
command.
Command seems like a reasonable thing in this scenario.
Okay.
You're attempting to command a person who was just shot
Mhm.
to join her soul to some construct of your own.
Yeah.
Still pretty desperate. That doesn't feel risky yet.
Yeah, I'm going to push one of like the pens from the table over to her. She's not getting my sharp quill. And I'm going to say, just so you know, where I come from, A contract signed under duress is still enforceable. And I'm going to like close the fingers on her good hand around the pen, and I'm going to slide the paper across the table to her. And I'm just going to sit there and kind of tap my fingers on the desk like I'm impatient.
I guess that's probably command. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Zach, apropos of nothing, but what's Locia's SOP when we see a demon?
It's pretty much battlefield rules. Yeah.
Just checking.
Okay.
Another 5, which I think is 2 pips.
Is it 2 pips?
Standard effect would be... I think that would be... That's a good question, actually. I think probably 1, because it's a partial success. And then great effect would increase it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
And also, there's a consequence coming.
No, it's fine. I'm marking all this XP shortly before I die horribly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the partial success is also that she has not fired the desk claymore yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you see her hand tighten around the pen, and she pulls herself up from the desk, and she fixes you with a gaze that is rather steely-eyed for someone in her current condition, with this facing them, and then you hear a thump at the window.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a thump scratch as I like go through the window.
Awesome, yeah. So you full Batman through the window.
Yes.
Then.
So if Tyrus was low man the Hulk earlier, I am low rent Batman right now.
Okay.
And like
Batman through the window.
Except like pistol in the offhand.
Okay. Yes, that's not very Batman. But
No.
Yes. Yeah. So you land in the shattered remains of the shutter that you shot and the window that you shot out and then smashed through.
Mm-hmm.
You see an old woman bleeding from a gunshot wound in the chair.
Yep.
And then you would recognize Vetra, right? Do you know what Vetra's new form looks like?
I don't think I would.
Okay.
I think this is like me just getting back to town. So
Okay,
Vetra probably recognizes me, although if you look at souls and not faces, then maybe not.
Yeah, that might have changed. Yeah, that's interesting. So Vetra's face has changed, and the soul stayed roughly the same, and Mirka's face is the same, but the soul has changed significantly.
It's like a parallel or something.
You see this happening, and you probably are okay with recognizing demons. What with your long association with one, and then spending 6 weeks hunting them?
I imagine, like, yeah, there's something that twigs me on it, and it's like instinctual that I just draw down and empty like, I'm assuming it's a revolver, like just this big fuck off revolver, and I just empty it towards the shape that is Quill.
That sounds great. I love that. I love all of that. Yeah, that sounds like you're rolling something against.
Yep. I'm going to take 2 stress to push myself. Might I have a devil's bargain? Actually, no, because you can't do both.
Can I roll to interfere? How do you do that?
I don't even know, honestly.
I
think that's a thing.
I don't know that you do. I don't know. I mean, you can resist.
There was like a setup or like something roll, right? Like there shouldn't.
I know there's setup. I don't know if there's interfere, because like PvP isn't meant to be a thing.
Yeah, the teamwork is only assist a teammate, but I guess this isn't exactly. This is the antithesis of teamwork right now.
I mean, right now Mirko is assisting Quill in making Quill's decision about what's going to happen next.
And probably like while firing bullets, because I don't expect the pistol to actually do the job. I'm saying like leave, and you get to live.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like a
please have said that.
What?
I said please have said that.
Oh,
because
yes.
My next move is going to be to try to cut your throat and say live, and you get to leave.
No, it's totally like while like fanning this gun in your general direction, it's leave and you get to live. And I'm assuming this is a desperate roll because demon.
Probably.
Yeah, I was about to ask Vetra what we're looking at as far as risk and desperation, but Vetra already made that point for me. So yeah, that's clearly a desperate roll.
Well, I just want to also throw in the points that my 2 traumas are unstable and vicious, so I don't think there's going to be an off switch for the aggression once guns start firing in the room.
I should point out that I have a fine pair of pistols and electroplasmic ammunition.
Oh, good.
So
That's good.
Like, you're a demon that's great at killing people. I'm a people great at killing demons. And yeah, this should be water and lithium.
It's gonna end super well. Yeah,
That's a
give me that
6.
roll.
Yep, that is. Good job. We all get to leave as friends.
All right, so that is Jesus. Yeah, so that is a bunch of, and it's not even a partial success, so I can't kill the lady between you.
I mean, you could.
Yeah, it feels cheap
Fair.
just exploding her.
Yeah, I feel like a miss. You could definitely put
Yeah.
her at stake because we both definitely have objectives involving her, but just very different objectives.
I mean, at
Yes.
literal loggerheads.
Okay, so yeah, so a bunch of electroplasmic bullets come flying across this desk at the shape of the demon lawyer.
Mirko might even
I
be
don't even
working
know.
out some past aggression here.
Might be. That's going to be a significant amount of harm. Like, I can't imagine a handgun is going to take down Quill in one shot here. So I'm going to call it, with the anti-demon bullets, 3 harm coming at you.
Okay. I'm assuming if I was going to a place, I would probably be wearing some armor or something. Does the armor step it down any, or I mean, is this something that's gonna fuck me up regardless?
No, armor, I mean, they're bullets. Armor absorbs parts of bullets, right?
Yeah.
So your
So
specialty's fine.
two harm.
2 harm. From electroplasmic trade for 2 harm.
Can I? I'm gonna roll to resist.
Okay.
That would be resolve, right? Like I have to use my willpower to keep demoning.
I mean,
Yeah, if you
or
that makes
prowess
sense
to
for you,
meet
probably.
through it, or insight to
Yeah.
dodge out of the way.
Yep.
Cross your
Roll,
fingers,
roll.
everybody, but Andrew.
Yep. Oh,
Boom. No
Ugh.
stress. Suck it. It's demon time, dog.
Alright, so electroplasmic bullets go bouncing
you-
around the room.
did you
As-
include Forged in
Yeah.
Fire? Okay.
Yeah, that's the second one. For those at home, I got a 6, a 1, and a 1.
So these bullets go careening around the room, making small sort of splat sizzle noises as they land in the scenery. I imagine if you just resolved it, you probably took the hit and the armor deflected or your demon body resisted, so your suit's probably messed up at this point.
So I have kind of a visual thing that popped into my head. Like, you know, there's still some papers on the desk. Because I think when I was trying to coerce her before she was shot, she was probably trying to tidy up her stuff. So there's a pile of papers, and then I probably get shot and it plinks off the armor, and then I throw the papers up in the air, and then like I'm gone in the cloud of papers, and then probably next thing is my counterattack where I'm real close to Mirko and trying to lightning demon claw him in the chest and
Okay.
throw him out that window.
So before this session, I was mentally worrying like how long until Mirko is collateral damage from Quill and he probably like dies or tries to kill her.
And then you made it so.
And then, well, no, and then it's like, yeah, you're immediately put. Yeah. Come at me.
Yeah, all that sounds great. That sounds like a skirmish rule, probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna do skirmish, and I'm gonna push myself to use my Tempest thing, where I get to unleash a stroke of lightning as a weapon.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. Using spirit powers, in a violent fashion in a lawyer's office, demon hunter, That still sounds like a desperate plan to me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But
Point of
that's how
order,
we
I'm a
roll.
rogue demon hunter.
Oh well.
Angel reference.
Then.
Okay, so one bonus die.
Chris picks up 19 dice.
So there's a little smirk like as you see Quill like just reappear in front of you, and it's hello miracle, and then the claw,
Oh,
and
great.
it's a 5.
Sweet. You get fucked up
That's a
too.
lot of dice you roll for skirmish.
Yes.
When I push myself, my skirmish is 3. Like I can kill people, I can tell them to do things, or I can summon ghosts to kill people. That is all I do. I can also read a book. Everything else is literally 0.
Read a motherfucking book. Yeah, we have no prowl other than bird, I think.
No, it doesn't fit with what we do.
No.
Bird is amazing at it though, as I recall. Like Bird's pretty good. So that is that's a 5, so it's a partial on a desperate roll.
Yep.
Standard effects. So I imagine that electrical, like lightning demon claws, are probably not fun to deal with.
No.
Are you attempting to like push him out the window? Was that the?
I figured he just came in the window, so I just kind of want to like punch him and like maybe send him sprawling back a little bit. My goal is to push him out the window, but I got a 5, so I know that's not going to happen.
That's not
it'd be like
quite
he
gonna
gets
happen.
pushed towards it.
I think the partial success is I'm going to like grab onto you,
Yeah.
which brings some of the lightning back.
Nice.
Okay. Okay, so you are acting as a conductor for the lightning to.
Oh yeah.
Choo choo.
And I'm numb, so I don't give a fuck.
Alright,
Also, because you have 1 wound, you're down 1 effect level. I don't know if you took that into effect before or not.
Oh, I didn't know if the resist made it 0 harm or 1 harm. I didn't know how that was gonna work from the bullets.
the resist got you.
Armor
went
got
from
you
all the
to
way down,
2.
I think, right?
Yeah, went from 3 to 2 with armor, and then resisted to question mark. I didn't know if that was 1 or none.
We'll call it 1 because it's still like you still got shocked. Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
And you're about to get shocked again. It sounds like. So Mirko, that is 3 harm from the demon claw. Well, harm from the demon claws with the reduced effect because you don't fuck with demons. 3 harm, no armor.
I
From the
can't
demon
armor
claws.
this?
Can't armor the demon claws.
Okay. I'll just resist. And can I say insight because, like, I know how demons fight?
Yeah, I'll buy that.
Sweet.
Like you kind of knew it was coming.
Oh, yeah.
Like Vetra thought Vetra was being cool and unpredictable, but
I take 1 stress,
Okay.
I'm down to, and that's a 2 harm now, I'm assuming?
yeah, that makes sense.
Sweet.
All right. Liner, do either of you have a one-liner before we cut away here?
I'm probably going to see if I can't grab Vetra, throw both of us out the window, and then, like, when we land on the ground, just fuck you, Vetra.
We will come back to that.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
Otherwise, then it's just fuck you, Vetra, as I reload and, fire more bullets.
You like Vetra's got you like pinned up, got Mirko like pinned up against the wall, sort of.
Yeah.
With a demon claw, and then with the hand that's like not currently reaching for Vetra, Mirko's reloading the pistol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or grabs another pistol sort of thing.
Another pistol, like
Yeah.
drops that pistol and grabs another one.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit fingers. Maxine. Vetra may be busy. I don't know if these things are happening at exactly the same time.
It would be more dramatic and stuff if they were. So, yeah, do
Okay.
it. Do it.
Yes, it may be that you need to seek out other counsel. You guys do know another lawyer. Friendly?
My mic was off.
Hooray!
Yes, it was.
Hey.
So do I know that she's busy? As I can see Quill and Mirko and yes, quite fighting, the two of them.
Yeah, I mean, you look around, you go back to the office maybe, and there's nobody's there. Well, Vetra and are not there.
So can I like casually stroll into the scene with them fighting?
Okay,
You floored a man out of a nearby closet.
okay, so here's what's gonna happen, right? That move that Mirko wanted to pull, where he judos them both through the window, that happens.
Sweet.
They fall to the ground. It's a pretty high window. You guys are probably going to take harm if that happens.
I'm very okay with, like, Mirko's fighting style could probably be best described as self-destructive.
Alright. We're going to call that a 2 harm fall. It's not, like, break all of your bones far, but it's, like, maybe break some feet bones far.
Mhm.
So,
Feet bones.
each of you takes two harm, oh my bones, harm. And you land in the street. As people scatter, because
As they should.
gun violence and electricity and all these things. And I imagine Shitfingers is there, like, eating a Konkordat style hot dog, just standing on the street.
It's a Concorn dog.
Boo.
I'm probably eating a cheburek, a pastry with like stuff inside of it, according to the 7 most popular Russian street foods website.
Awesome.
I don't know what that is.
That sounds great. So yeah, you see two. You might not have even seen Mirko since he got back in town.
Oh, hello, Mirko. It's been a long time. Have not seen you. Weren't you in jail?
In a way. If you would excuse me briefly, I would have words with our senior management.
Yes, me too. I do not mean to be interrupting, but I have a question for the lawyer.
Oh, I will. After you, then. And, like, continue reloading.
So Shitfingers is casual, not stupid. You may remember a couple episodes ago when I talked about my C4 breastplate that caused some minor damage.
Yes,
There were no miners around.
So standing very carefully to be 1 step between and 2 steps away from them, so they are both in that sort of blast radius. I will engage Quill with the questions.
Okay.
Yeah, Vetra?
so-
Vetra, yes.
Vetra. What? So I imagine you guys are sort of Mexican standoffing with a loaded gun and a loaded demon arm full of lightning.
The good, the bad, the shit fingers.
Yes. I am to be asking the questions for a moment. You can get back to killing yourselves apparently later.
What do you want?
A friend of mine has become sick with the demon flu. We believe she has some sort of lawyer infection and would like to be helping in resolution of this problem.
Very tragic.
Sounds serious. You should go check it out.
I have. That is what brought me here.
I was talking to Quill.
Oh,
I have pending business upstairs that I was dealing with.
Me too.
Well, good.
Before our associate here shot the woman I was having a calm, non-violent discussion with.
Oh, well, so it's more exciting now then, yes?
Go on, demon.
So my
And, like,
question
spit
is,
out a tooth.
how in normal fashion we are all resolving problems such as these together. Demon finds a contract, we go get the person to sign contract. Demon is happy, we all get to continue eating and perhaps breathing. Not so much sure about second part.
It would seem that some prefer to bite the hand that helps to feed them.
Well, Merkel was in jail.
This is true.
I am told
For
to be
you.
saying that it's not unhappy things. Or many unhappy things.
And, like, he is probably visibly different. Like, before he had a concealed palm pistol that carried precisely 1 bullet, and now is carrying multiple guns.
Yeah, he's the visual representation of the Tomcat that's been getting into fights for the last 6 months.
Oh yeah,
Right. That was like
he looks like hammered shit that just fell out of a window.
Like he went 5 rounds with a Mike Tyson ear biting contest.
Let's have a little discussion about how things can be bad. Do you know what people say that prison is, or that a hard time is? That it's hell. Do you know what is actually hell? Actual fucking hell. My soul is damaged, and I need to talk to this woman and reach a peaceful agreement that will benefit the both of us, and I will be fine, and I don't have to go back to hell, and then we can solve whatever the fuck everyone else's problem is. Does that sound okay to everyone?
See, this is good. Now we are talking. Miracle, I believe you also can make an I statement next.
I have job. Job is to protect that woman from demons.
So you shot her, so she could not talk to me?
I flipped the coin. And yes, I did what needed doing. And I'm assuming by now, like, cops are probably coming. Like, that's Mirko's plan at this point, is just to delay sufficiently long.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, Quill can take it out on him. Take a swing. He probably actually is like, yeah, you seem frustrated. Take a swing. And, like, sticks out his chin.
Or you could not be taunting demon made of teeth. I'm just saying, perhaps we come to a resolution where not everyone is happy, and therefore everyone is happy.
I am going to finish what I came here to do.
Well, so my question to you is, do you absolutely need that
when I get
person's
up
soul?
there, I am killing everyone I come across on my way back home.
So,
In the distance,
just wooing can be heard? Shit, it's Florida, man.
but this wooing is sirens, specifically the kind of sirens that are associated with the Red Hooks, who do security in this district.
So it's just a Murph running around shouting, "We out, we
Yeah.
out."
Exactly. It's just
All
like,
right,
like
I'm going to
Murphs
attempt to create a
so cool.
distraction. With both Quill and Mirko in full plain view, I will remove a grenade that is painted red with the warning signs on it and toss it away from the two of them into another nearby building.
Yep. Yep.
Because
Okay.
look, this way, the Murphs will have something to do while we finish our very pleasant and not violent discussion. I'm going to go ahead and roll that to see if is that as awesome as I hope it is. Is that okay, boss?
Please do that. Yes.
I got a 5.
Okay. Do you have a building of choice that you would like
Nope.
to set ablaze /
So
explode?
I left that open
Great.
for you.
Great.
It's the orphanarium. Congratulations.
Well, okay.
No,
so,
it's the
yeah, so
ladies'
you guys-
place of business.
The ladies over here. It's only for orphaned ladies.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
only
just a
old
bunch
ladies
of,
with no
like,
parents.
Octogenarian women, just like in rocking chairs, waiting to be adopted.
Bunch of
It's
babushkas.
the quilt and needlepoint factory.
Yeah.
I'm looking for my forever home.
Yep.
God damn it.
Yep.
Oh, you are
Welcome.
just as evil as we are, and you belong here.
Yep.
You're welcome, everybody.
Oh my god. Okay. That's too good not to make it now.
That's a thing that exists in this hyper-capitalist society.
So, well, it's a thing that did exist before it got exploded. So,
Yes.
your red danger grenade flies in through the plate glass window on the front of the old ladies' orphanarium, where they keep the cutest old ladies to attract passersby.
Well, they keep them on the ground floor for
Mhm.
curb appeal.
Right,
Yeah,
today-
they have
today
the
isn't,
enclosure where they have like the rocking chairs, and there's like one of them in the wheel at
Yeah.
any given point
Yeah,
in
yeah,
time.
And today
Um,
was the kitten adopt-a-thon at the
Yeah.
old ladies' home.
Well, kittens and puppies. Like, there was a scheduling conflict and both showed up.
Does the cat start playing with it before it explodes?
A cat starts playing with it, bats it over to an old lady that picks it up to throw it.
Well, no,
For the
like
cat-
She gets her reading glasses.
puts it up to her ear and it's like, it's a funny hissing noise. Boom.
Oh.
We're going
Does
to
anybody
hell.
else smell burning?
That smells like napalm.
Yeah, and then there's
That
like
takes me back.
a giant explosion and the smell of burning polygrip.
Nobody else.
The Murph wooing sort of
Intensifies.
collapses on that building, which is
hopefully
significantly far away. Yes.
What the fuck?
We are all capable of killing very many people. So, Quill, perhaps we can find someone that is more advantageous for you to be killing that is not that person there.
I will help
would
you find
not
another
be-
soul.
I would not be killing her.
Before we go any further, Bird.
Who set fire to the fucking orphanarium?
Octogenarium.
Bird has her feet up in a parlor, and there's like a string quartet in the background
Yeah.
playing not shitty instruments.
It's Vivaldi
They
playing.
decided that they
Yeah.
were out on some sort of like training jog while this was happening. So I'm imagining that you're like on the roof of the old lady orphanarium when it starts exploding. You're not in any real danger yet. There's a fire. But I just starts to panic a little bit. She was enjoying the show until the explosion happened. At which point you guys need to get off, and you're not sure if she's up to moving under these circumstances safely. What do you do? Do you coach her? Do you push her? Do you train her to fall? What's the plan here?
I probably take her hand, run to the edge of the roof, and
I can't hear Jordan.
Jordan, would you stop breaking Zach's computer already?
I'm so sorry.
Are you, though?
No.
Okay.
There we go. I got you back. Sorry about that. I don't know why that happens.
I guess it's because you don't. I guess it's because you don't like me muting for so long. Which of course, as soon as I'm done muting, the train decides to go. Yeah, I was saying I will take her by the hand, and when we get to the edge of the roof, I probably tell her to put her arms around my neck and stuff, so that I can get us safely off.
Okay. That sounds like something that might be a little out of the ordinary for Bird. I mean, how often do you carry another person-sized weight when you're jumping around?
Not often, no.
All right. I mean, yeah, jumping from building to building is probably well within Bird's normal routine. Right. But this is maybe a little bit much. Why don't you give me a roll of some sort?
Okay, I want to do it out of view from the incoming Murphs and stuff. So
okay.
I probably even yeah, I'm just gonna go to a different, more discreet location from there.
Okay. I will give you the option. It's up to you. Do you want this to be risky or desperate? We're talking about what sort of character development do you want if this goes bad?
Let's go desperate.
It's a solid choice.
Can I hear a devil's bargain?
Devil's bargain.
You sacrifice your ward.
I was gonna say the fire spreads.
That's pretty.
You have to adopt an old lady.
Hey, what?
No, that's not. I said you have to adopt an old lady.
Oh.
But our base is already haunted.
It is already haunted, which also hasn't happened yet. There's so many strings that I have to actually use. Devil's bargain. All right, I'll tell you what. Fingers fucking you over. How about this? The devil's bargain is that the explosive can be traced. Fingers.
Dang, I was gonna try lawyering that if maybe Shitfingers could assist me with the distraction, but no. Yes.
Wait. Can I be throwing explosions near Bird?
No, so Bird jumps off the
Christ,
thing,
Please don't do that.
and then you throw a concussive bomb to like even out the
Yeah.
force of gravity with the concussive
yeah.
force from the bomb.
Rocket jump Bird across
Yeah.
the river is how that works. Yeah.
That's brilliant, Bird.
Yep.
Hold this.
Just Bird catch, and then you deliberately throw it under Bird to like it. Basically, you've invented the airbag, except it's more concussive.
No, it is Bird jump.
There you go.
I'm sorry, is that an assist or a devil's bargain?
Both. The devil's bargain is that you want to take the devil's bargain is essentially that Shitfinger's life gets a lot more busy as he's actively pursued instead of sort of cold warring with the Red Hooks because they know that he's the one that blew up the building full of old ladies and kittens. The assist would be Shitfingers exploding you somewhere, which I'm sure would end well, especially since we're rolling against Desperate, it sounds like.
God, I want to do both.
Then that's extra dice.
And no. Okay, so Desperate, and I'll take those 2 extra dice. So I'm sure he doesn't mind the extra attention. Oh no, I'm so close to it.
You got a 6.
Yeah.
That's
know,
the
but-
important part.
I
Yep.
know, but I wanted a credit.
Also, take that XP though.
I know.
Yeah, definitely take that XP. Okay, so Bird, you go to jump off this building, and you jump into the next building. The weight of your charge, however, is a little unbalancing. You sort of hit the next roof over, and your feet slip a little bit. But luckily, there's like some sort of weird pressure wave behind you that flips you up onto the building, and you get your footing and move on. While all the glass around you shatters, and it actually knocks Ainsa unconscious.
Oh no.
That's probably for the best.
You're fine. You become partially like inured to explosions at this point.
No, I meant for her.
But Ainsa, however, yeah, her eardrums have not yet been popped, so now she is suffering. Cut to Tyrus. Can we find any way to include you in this silliness, or?
I mean, possibly. Yeah, I did come back to Pipetown finally, so if we just assumed that I finish up with those teeny boppers, then yeah.
All right. What would bring you to the River District, Tyrus?
What's in the River District?
That's the shopping district that you guys stole the hats out of.
A gun battle between a weird person and a demon, and also an octogenarium is on fire.
Yeah, does Tyrus like go out by himself, like drinking at night, or checking out the sights, or is like Tyrus on a date?
I imagine we
what's-
have like the equivalent of a radio that picks up police bands.
Probably.
And you just hear like the most us crime report in progress.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
All right, so you make it onto the scene, and there are Murphs carrying concussed and slightly charred old ladies out of a building.
Yeah.
There is across the river. You can see a standoff between what you assume is Vetra and Mirko, probably, with Shitfingers sort of standing there. And then you get the feeling Bird's here somewhere too, but you probably don't see her immediately. Because if these other yahoos are around, Bird probably is as well.
Okay.
The Murphs are gathering in larger numbers at this point. There are multiple squads rolling in. Granted, they're not they're not. A lot of them are young looking, like they've had to replace Murphs recently for some reason. And these are maybe the trainees.
They're the kids.
Essentially,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sir, would you mind
Like-
stopping the fire, sir?
Their fire jackets look a little too big, and their hooks look enormous and they're gangly looking and freckled. They're not. These are not the mature red hooks that have ruled the middle tiers.
Yeah, they're dead.
Essentially, yes.
Well, Tyrus has had enough of this for one day. He doesn't want to deal with the fucking pipe reptile magics. So he's going to try and just find an out of the way spot where he can watch everything happen, and then watch everything happen.
Okay. So you're just trying to keep a low profile?
Yeah, huh?
I assume you put a shirt back on?
I'm hopeful I did.
Was it one of those teeny boppers shirts? So it like barely fits?
Oh god, yeah. Did you like take the shoes and the pants off one of these pipe lizards?
Do it.
Your clothes. Give them to me.
You look like
wait,
an
you're
urchin that
unconscious.
hulked out, essentially, is
Yep.
what this looks like.
Yep, I'm
Um,
doing it.
Great. Yeah, so you are a wanted man, and an enormous wanted man at that, wearing mismatched clothing. How good are you at keeping a low profile?
I mean, a building's
I
on
don't
fire. I think that's advantage.
Yeah, I think I get a boost from that one, but I'm not. I don't think I'm terrible at it. If it's finesse based,
I mean, based or is it prowl?
sorry, what was it?
Can you stealth with finesse?
Hmm.
Like,
Okay.
just out of sight?
Yeah, I think that's what I'll be doing.
Yeah, risky with the upshot if you fail of being spotted, probably.
Right. And I will push myself for a die.
I think we've spent more stress on these love letters than we have on most heists.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the love letter just became the mission, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well,
Alright, so that's most of a success, I guess. Yeah, so Tyrus, you are dressed as, like, the world's poorest bodybuilder newsboy.
I'm wearing
and-
a bootleg Simpsons shirt.
Mhm.
It's a carumba.
Oh, I Karumba.
There you go.
Now, you're thinking of the Chupacabra.
Ya Karumba.
Don't, please don't.
No, that's a chimichanga.
Guys, please don't.
It's
Look.
back.
That's La Cucaracha, which is a song by.
No, you're thinking of the Canyonero.
Fuck, I gotta go. Guys, I gotta go.
Okay. So
This is
yeah,
how
so
I complete my mission.
Alright, so Tyrus, you get like looks at the corner of your eye from a couple of the younger looking red hooks, like 10, 11-year-old red hooks.
Cool.
And they might recognize you, but they definitely don't want to look like they recognize you. And they keep moving to go rescue kittens and puppies and old ladies.
Checks out.
So, Quill, Mirko, and Shitfingers, we have a Konkordat standoff here, like the most Konkordat standoff right now. It's out amongst yourselves.
Demon,
So
I have
really-
offered you a deal. I will help you find.
Oh yeah, and that
Another
lady's
soul.
still bleeding to death upstairs, by
Yes.
the way. That's
Yeah, and I've also got that other group that I have to go save.
What were you saying? I think
Basically, I will help you go find another soul.
that woman upstairs will be.
I
dead
shoot you
soon.
8 times.
I like this new Mirko.
He's numb.
Cool.
He is numb. He feels none of this.
All right. Yeah, that's.
Can I assist in Quill's defense? We don't really have like the ability to do that, right?
You can bodyguard and like take the hit, I think.
Protect a teammate is one of the options.
Yeah.
That's a lot of bullets, man.
Yes.
That's a lot of bullets.
And I have 0 ability to soak damage.
This sounds perfect. I'm fine with it.
The problem is I am too. Because I won't stop shooting.
And that has been your last episode of Konkordat, everyone.
Yeah, seriously.
Bird and Tyrus just melt into the city, and everyone else is dead. Yeah, no, I don't care how this gets. Yeah, if we're shooting, let's shoot. I don't know the rest of the resolution here, but that sounds like
The second Quill wasn't going to just say, "Yeah, okay, I'm firing."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Actually, maybe this one's like from the rifle hip fired.
Oh, okay. Okay. Is that still with the electro ammo?
Oh yes.
Okay. Is that the only thing that Mirko carries?
Probably. Like it's probably the less like. I don't mean less lethal. I just mean like it is less lethal to people.
Mm-hmm.
And it is extra lethal on demons. So like that's, 2 pluses, so far as he's concerned.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that's a hunt roll. I assume that Quill and/or Shitfingers will want to make that a desperate roll for you.
I'm going to push myself.
Like pulling punches from the guy who's shooting her or shooting Vetra and denying Vetra a meal, then it doesn't sound like the Vetra I know, but it's fine probably.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this is going great.
Yeah, so give me that roll there, Mirko.
Oh boy. So I have effectively 2 level 1 harms. So that's stepping down effect twice, and then the rifle and the ammo get it back to standard.
Okay.
Does that sound reasonable?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
Come on, crit. That's a 6.
That's a 6.
Nice.
Alright.
I'm really good at shooting you.
Alright, so that is yeah, so you hip fire this shot pretty fast. Like, because you said you were loading a revolver. So that was occupying both your hands. So then this like rifle flips off your back and shoots.
Probably.
So yeah, you shoot Quill what is essentially point blank in the chest with this electro ammo from the rifle. Jerks and sparks from the ammo. I'm gonna call that standard effect.
It is a gun.
Yeah, after we counted from the ammo and the quality of the gun, I mean a rifle bullet's probably at least 3 harm.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll call it 3. You already used your armor, right, Vetra?
Yep.
You can, since it's so close, you're not going to be able to get rid of all of it, but you can resist some.
Yep. Gonna do that.
I resist it down a point or maybe 2, depending on how you roll, I guess. We'll see how I feel after that happens.
2 stress.
Okay, yeah, so you resist it down to, we'll call it 2 harm.
Okay.
As the bullet enters your human flesh carapace.
Busted.
Alright, let's do, and Shitfingers, that just happened. Some of us need to get to bed fairly soon, so maybe we'll go through one more round of this here, with the response from Quill and or Shitfingers, and then I guess we leave it on a cliffhanger if nothing gets resolved.
Canal
Okay.
hanger.
Shitfingers, do you want to go first?
No.
Great. So I have some arcane implements. Vile electroplasm, then to break a splatter on impact.
How many dice do you roll at this point?
We'll get to that part in a second.
'Cause I think you're
So-
down 2.
2.
Because you took level 2 harm falling out of the building. We both
I did?
Yep. We
Oh,
both did.
I didn't get a chance to resist that shit. You can't really resist falling out of a fucking building.
No.
Never
Well,
mind.
yeah, and he said armor didn't apply, so.
Fold. Okay. Huh. Okay, that's fine. I can do this. So my goal is I'm going to compel a ghost to
I really
kill
hope you fuck this
Mirko,
roll.
basically. Would my arcane implements help me any? Like, would it give me like an extra die or more effect, or how would that work?
Is your arcane implements? Is it still your quill, or is there something else you have up your sleeve here?
Well, this says a vial of quicksilver, a pouch of black salt, a spirit anchor in the form of a small stone, a spirit bottle, a vial of electroplasm designed to break and splatter on impact. Oh wait, shit. Wait, what's an electroplasm vial do? I have one of those too.
It fights
fucks up
ghosts and
demons.
demons.
Oh, okay. So no, okay. So what I'm gonna do is I have let's say I have some black salt, which is from hell, in my arcane implements. I'm gonna get that and a spirit bottle and crash them together. And
Okay.
and then while I do that, I'm going to basically call a ghost and tell it to kill Mirko.
I assume this is a ghost that you already have some sort of deal with at this point. Or are you calling from like the surrounding area? Are you just like, hey, old lady that just died in that explosion?
Oh
Can
no,
you kill Mirko?
this one, the black salt lets me, let's say, dig a little deeper, and maybe pull a slightly bigger guy out. Yeah, maybe that would just increase the effect of it.
Was it the ghost of
Yeah,
Tyrus?
Not dead yet.
Ghost of Tyrus Past.
I'm gonna say this is probably desperate because it's in the middle of a fucking firefight, a one-sided firefight.
You're also not quite sure who Shitfingers is about to explode, so there's a whole lot going on here.
I'm thinking both of us. Like,
Yeah,
who is
probably,
Shitfingers
yeah.
about to explode? Yes. Very yes.
Desperate roll. You're down an effect level
Yes.
from your wounds.
And 2 dice.
So yeah, that.
So if I'm down an effect level, the arcane implements would bring it back even, and would the spirit bottle bring it up one to make it like great effect?
I'm not a ghost.
I'm using it to
Well, he's
call the
using
ghost.
it. Yeah, Vetra's using it for a different thing, right? I think it makes total sense to me that Vetra, like, this wouldn't even cause stress for a flashback for Vetra, like, have a stable of like attack ghosts.
I kind of want to like flash back to like Mirko helping you put those ghosts in there.
Oh god!
And you're just like, yeah, I think you remember this fucker.
That's actually pretty great.
That's solid. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to push myself, which will give me +1 die, then minus the 2 from my -1 from those, which means I'm at -1 from that, and I got a 5. Fuck, I gotta stop. Well,
Attack ghosts ignores armor.
Oh, good.
It's a ghost.
so basically,
So
what
I'm saying-
Vetra's gonna do is say, "Kill this one," and then, regardless of what happens, I am walking back into the building.
I mean, unless the ghost just decides to fuck everybody up, or Shitfingers does.
Yeah. So the immediate effect I'm going to effectively say is that this ghost like leaps out and as has been predetermined, attacks the guy in front of you, which just happens to be Mirko, as was the plan. Essentially, it's just like a ghost shotgun that you shot Mirko with. I'll say that this is again 3 damage coming in. Arm.
I'm guessing I can't resist that. Like, there's no point in me resisting that, rather, because I already have 2 level 2 harm. So
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just
So you just get.
I
really
fucking
ground
take
up.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
This
don't
ghost
make a noise. This ghost like tears through me, and I just look ahead, not feeling it.
Okay. Yeah. So that happens. That definitely happens. The partial effect is that you turn. Vetra turns to walk into the building, as Vetra figures that the immediate threat is dealt with, and then Shitfingers gets to go.
This is going to kill me.
We already mentioned. Well, this is concussive fast. It's to knock out and not kill.
I mean,
it's on stun.
if I take anything other than level 1 harm, I die.
Ugh.
No, do it. Like I already burnt this character. Like I already hollowed out this guy. Go
Also,
for it.
I just want to say the best way to end a season would be literally everyone, like half of the party, turning on each other and just being dead in the fucking street when the police come.
No,
like,
this is the end of a
beautiful.
British series of TV.
Yeah.
It's also how the end of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly
Yep.
wraps up.
It's true.
Just-
Like,
Yep.
I'm
It was a
really
three-way thing.
feeling that vibe right now. Actually,
We're just
Like-
missing the bitch and trumpet solo. That's all.
I mean,
Dibs on good.
Mhm.
Dibs on good.
I mean, obviously you're not. So this is
Well, Vetra's not ugly because Vector keeps getting to pick Vetra's face.
this is the demon, the hunter, and the shit fingers.
Yeah, it just doesn't have that same ring to it.
I
you know?
mean,
Nah,
the demon, the hunter, and the ugly.
Anyway, Mike. So do your thing.
Yeah, I take a demon's bargain, and I don't care what the side effect is.
Nice.
Okay. So I just get to pick something.
Was it set to stun?
Make sure at least he says it before you roll.
So, but why?
I don't
Right.
even know what an appropriate option is in this scenario.
Oh, it hurts me too.
I'm down with that. I like that plan. Yeah.
So but I don't really want to kill Mirko. So this is tough. But that's
Why do you want to kill me though?
Well, I want to get both of you to stop killing each other, and the most logical way
I'm
to do that is
walking
to
the
injure
fuck
both of you.
away.
But you ghosted Ed while I was trying to talk to you guys.
He shot me 9 times and then pulled me out a window and then shot me 9 times again.
I'm not
Okay.
saying that
Because
they're
you
both not
think
at
it's
fault.
The rifle. Don't forget the rifle.
okay, Demon 50 Cent, chill your pants.
Look, all I'm saying is there's blood in the sand and that's not going to stand.
All right. Also, now I'm just curious, but I don't know. Bird, help.
Bird is off doing other stuff. Sorry.
No, I know, but I meant more be a. What would do I have a
What would
reason
Bird
not
The
to?
stand here. Yeah.
Right. I need some sort of
Moral
I
guy.
phone a friend. Yeah.
Just fucking do it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
Bird
That's
stabbed all
the
those
cute-
Murphs.
yeah, I told
Oh,
them
Jesus.
about all the Murphs I killed with this knife right before I stabbed him. So I mean,
It's a good thing Ainz is unconscious. Mike, just do it. Go to the
yeah,
hilt.
I mean, Bird would totally do it.
I love that we just brought Tyrus in to watch this, so
Oh,
he
yeah.
knows that the crew is over and can go find another job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best thing. Yes.
Oh, Christ.
Yes. No. This means that he gets exactly what he wants. Neither of us die, and we both stop arguing.
Oh my God.
That was the perfect crit. Good job, Mike.
Yeah.
And I also blow myself up.
Yeah. So here's.
But
what
I mean, you
happens.
crit.
Both,
Crit
Save
fingers.
the team.
none of you die. None of you die. They stop arguing, and all 3 of you are like
Taken out of the scene functionally.
wrecked up, unconscious, and probably going to prison.
So,
But that's why Bird is here.
yeah.
Does this do like
Easy.
stress damage?
No, I just filled in the rest of my harm boxes. So my 2 level 1 harms are shit and fingers.
I dig it.
Fingers.
Alright, no, see, here, I like
Actually,
this. I
that's a
like
much better... Yeah, no, crit fingers. Well done.
Yeah.
this. Crit fingers. So yeah, so there's so crit fingers. What are you using? What is this the vest explosive again, or is this like another bomb?
This was in case of emergency.
Okay, it was that one. Okay,
In case of teamwork in air quotes.
Yeah, so you chuck the teamwork bomb
there's-
in.
Like my left hand is the point towards enemy self-explosive, and my right hand is the equivalent of the backpack thing. It's like like everything on my belt bandolier at once. Hopefully, will cancel each other out and just be concussive.
Okay. So Tyrus and Bird, from your position, sort of at a distance, you see a massive eruption. You can see a force wave in the air, and then you see smoke billow out from this area, and all three of your compatriots are thrown well clear of the vast area and lay still. The Murphs all turn from their current work, rescuing old ladies, and one of them with a kitten on one arm and sort of a puppy dangling from the other one points and almost drops the kitten, and starts yelling orders to the others, and they swoop in at sort of a cautious pace, and appear to take your friends into custody. To wrap up right now. Yeah.
All right.
So Vetra, Mirko, and Shitfingers are headed to whatever Red Hook jail is.
The best thing is I still have a special move for that.
You do. And Bird. Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Welcome to management.
Senior management.
I'm gonna call it there.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks for playing, everybody. That
To the
might
next
be
time where Shitfingers makes a bomb out of a prison toilet.
Yes.
Well, that ended the only way it could have ended, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We knew.
Yeah.
I mean,
We knew.
I mean,
come on, guys.
Yeah,
We knew.
you yeah, like there was no way that job where Quilla's like, I am going to get this person's soul, and Mirko is, don't let anything demon happen to this person.
Yeah.
I was trying to do that behind the scenes because I wanted it to be slightly more cat and mouse than
Yes.
it became.
Rather than
No,
like,
this totally works too. I really like how this turned out, actually.
rather
From
than
cat
snake
mouse to
and
bomb in
mongoose.
house.
No, it went to snake and mongoose.
Went to Snake Mongoose and fucking Wild Card over here.
Crit fingers. Oh my god.
It's the get along grenade.
Yeah.
We all need code names, and then Shitfingers is Joker.
Oh my
I like it.
God.
And we'll
Damn.
never see it
All right.
coming.
Oh, awesome!
Because
So
his
I'm playing
bombs are too
Harley
fast
instead.
for eyes.
Cool.
Alright,
Also,
well,
my bones are very brittle.
So
You're not a bird.
probably at the end, Bird looks at Tyrus and says, you know, good luck, and she just leaves. She's going back
Yes.
to she's going back to freelancing. Like this whole group was a mistake in her eyes.
yeah, so ending Visionettes, or for Visionettes, I imagine like Bird just like goes back to doing what Bird was doing anyway. Like that's fine.
Do we get the Animal House like end sequence?
Like, 10 years later.
Yeah.
Quill stabbed Mirko to death on the exercise yard. Yeah, because I imagine that the three of you are like in prison, like leaning against opposite walls, just sort of staring.
They put
No,
the three of us in the same cell. Like,
Shitfingers thinks
guaranteed.
everything is fine. He's happy because he got his friends to stop fighting, and
Yeah.
his bomb worked.
Well, and at this point, like,
one of us ended up beaten to death with part of the cell. I'm not sure which it is. We could have a roll off if you want, but
I want to point out
one of
that
us is dead.
I want to point out that mechanically, 40% of my harm does nothing to me, and I can still act without direct assistance. So, just saying.
So you could theoretically wake up and beat Quill
Yes.
to back to death if you
Yes.
needed to?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just putting that out there. It's the tough as nails move from the Hound, which is penalties from harm are 1 level less severe. So level 3 harm counts as level 2. So I'm just down 1 die and 2 levels of effect.
I just want to let you know this isn't even my final form. So.
Alright, Tyrus.
Got a one-winged angel.
3 party members. What is Tyrus doing with his? Somebody like from accounting still exists. Like somebody could go back and like actually run the crew.
Tyrus might have to end up looking into that angle, considering that he's going to need to find some way to keep him alive and out of trouble longer than 2 days.
That's fair.
Does Tyrus break us out of jail?
Well, I think we'll save that for season 2.
Nice.
Spoiler alert! I walk into your cells chomping a cigar and says, "I love when a plan comes together."
Good.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Nice. See this happening? I don't know why I didn't see this happening. I really should have seen all of this coming.
God damn it, Mona.
I'm honestly, I'm legitimately honestly surprised that I didn't die there.
I'm honestly surprised no one died there, and then I remembered that Mike rolls crits.
Yeah. I don't think he's gone a single session without rolling one.
Well, and it's always like I do this.
So far.
It's always like I do this incredibly risky thing, and I'm going to like expose myself to harm, and then roll a crit.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my ass all the way out over the slide
and shake it around. Give it a good little twerk.
Yep.
But no, that was.
Say it again.
And accidentally hit bird.
Oh yeah, but I mean.
The accidentally is in air quotes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Managed to do any harm to Bird tonight.
No.
Shit.
Well, I mean, everybody else was deep in the shit, and Bird had a tea party and watched like an apprentice hurt themselves really badly. Which
and
I think
she's the one who quits.
Yeah, it's just like fuck these idiots. I'm gonna go have tea parties.
That totally makes sense, man.
No, it does.
Like Bird paid up.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Bird found a way out, and for that,
Yeah.
We salute you.
Oh yeah, and thank you for reminding me. Racist Ted is still coming for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Racist Ted is still. Racist Ted now has his own crew. Somebody's got to step into the power vacuum, and he's now White Power Ted.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
That's
the B plot for season 2.
That's the Arrested Development plot that gets Fox looking at us.
No.
But yeah,
there were
no.
10,000 contracts in the hot dog stand.
There's always souls in the banana stand.
Yeah.
There's always souls and no touching.
All the fucking prison scenes, and I'm wearing prison orange. Good job, me.
Yeah. Is the Mirko or Shitfingers the never made?
It's definitely not Mirko. He feels nothing.
Okay.
It's Quill because Quill always has the human suit on. Come on.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah, Quill's never actually in Quill's true form. Like
I kind of want to just see how the second incarceration goes for Mirko. Oh shit.
No, that went pretty well.
I'm a prison rock star. They send me back to the wall and I don't gotta give shit up. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Do we roll 2d6?
Everyone else rolls 1. I'm better at prison.
I roll nothing.
Oh, Quill. Ooh.
We're worrying about this for season 2. Fuck you guys. It doesn't matter.
We'll come back to it. Don't worry. Alright, cool. Well, yeah, so it's getting kind of late.
Yep.
That was a weirdly satisfying end that I was not planning at all to the
It
season.
was good. It was
Yeah.
delicious sauce.
I mean, play to find out what happens, right?
Yep.
That definitely was a thing that we just did. So, alright, good night, everybody.
Mhm.
Thanks for playing, as always.
Thanks for hosting.
And
Indeed.
yeah.
And yeah, until next time.
Yep.
Night, folks.
Alright.
Later, y'all.